Mi bow chicka wow 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 wow.
Hi everyone. What?
That's his job.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Hello everyone, welcome to the third ever episode of 8BritGameChat. As always, I'm your host Tom Powter. Joining me once again is Tom Roach and the man of the plan, Matt Stevens. Unfortunately, there is no special guest this week. You're just going to have to make do with the three of us.
You've got Tom.
Yep. Yeah, you always do have Roach. Roach is always funny. So basically, I want to start this week off with we're going to start the podcast each time with just talking about a big news story. Not for very long, but just, to catch you guys up with some of the biggest kind of... What's wrong with the audio?
Nothing.
Oh, okay. Catch you guys up with some of the biggest news at the moment, and I think probably the biggest news of the week, at least the week, is the speculation and the rumours and everything that Hideo Kojima is leaving Konami. The Kojima Productions are just kind of fucking off and doing their own thing because there's been a bit of a fallout. Tom, you're the resident Metal Gear fan expert, whatever you want to call it. What's your take on all this?
Well, first of all, lots of people upset, but I'd like to point out he did say this will be his last Metal Gear game. I know he said that constantly for 27 years.
Oh, that webcam action.
But one day it was going to be true, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And this is the time. Maybe he's had enough of... That doesn't necessarily have had to have been bad blood. He might have just said, look, I've completed this game. I'm not up for doing Silent Hills. We could do it freelance possibly. But I want Kojima Productions to be its own thing. I want to take this company in a different direction, saying Konami's not letting me do it. So I don't think it's necessarily bad, but it's just upset a lot of people because Hideo Kojima is a visionary, some would argue, I would argue, and just not having him involved in Metal Gear, because Konami have said that they want to continue the franchise, it's going to upset people. And maybe it could be better, but most people think it's going to be terrible. It's a sellout. If it's going to be a reboot, it's going to be bad, because reboots aren't great. If they could follow different characters within the same universe without Kojima at the helm, they probably won't be as good. But if it's true, it's depressing, sort of, but he said it's going to be his last Metal Gear game. He wants to do other things, so let him.
So as a Metal Gear fan, how do you think the series will fare without Hideo Kojima?
I don't think it'll be very good at all. People have commented about how he turned a generic action shooter into something really special, focused on storytelling, characters, and made it fun. And I think with him not, because he's very influenced by films, movies, reads a lot of books, not having someone who's so invested in probably like Hollywood iconography, it might just become a Michael Bay project essentially. It's going to go back to lots of explosions, lots of killing. The stealth element will probably disappear a bit. They'll try and keep
the stealth element what's all about though, really? It is called tactical espionage, whatever it's called, isn't it?
Yeah, but they could easily turn it into a third-person shooter just within that world.
I suppose so. Yeah. Yeah, that's a fair point. Yeah, Matt, you're more like I am in that I don't think we've ever really played Metal Gear Solid in our lives.
Yeah.
And therefore, this news doesn't mean much to you. So I was just kind of why doesn't Metal Gear Solid appeal to you as a game?
Well, I mean, first of all, this news I couldn't care less. It means absolutely nothing to me, which is a shame. I mean, I understand that he's a good game, a good producer of games, or as you said, he is a visionary of sorts, of course. In terms of why Metal Gear Solid doesn't appeal to me, I get weirdly bored with shooters.
I'm a Plants vs Zombies.
Well, yeah, I like some because either I've got into them because they've got amazing multiplayer, or usually because it's an amazing multiplayer.
Interesting
Wookie. But the game to me, I played probably the only thing that's similar to what I played Splinter Cell.
Yeah.
That's what I used to play, and that's probably
So I've
the
never
only thing
played
that's probably the only thing that's similar. And I was crap at it.
that.
But I mean, that was back in the PS2 days, and I was what 10.
Yeah.
Like, I was rubbish at it, and I never really cared about those sort of games.
Yeah.
On a different note, though, there are some games that are stealth games, which I do like, but they're a little bit more. There's something different about them. Like, they're either there's a load of indie stealth games that I like, which I prefer.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, I think as people say, like, whenever I've said I like Metal Gear, you sort of give me stick for it because I think it's very. I think the gaming community is quite split about it.
We're only joking. Well, I'm only
Yeah.
joking because
Yeah.
Metal Gear Solid is one of the biggest franchises in the world
We-
in terms of gaming.
We give you stick about it because that's the only thing you mentioned.
Yeah, it's got that's pretty much.
No, but I still some people
That
I
Arkham
get.
Knight and Skyrim and
Yeah.
Grand Theft Auto are the only games you like.
Yeah.
No, but I get because I think there's people. It's not your typical shooter action
No, it's
game,
not.
so
No, it's
I
not.
think and people don't like that. But there's enough people who like quality storytelling.
Plenty of people got hyped over Phantom Pain.
Yep.
It's going to sell millions, but yeah, I don't know. I mean, I've written an article about this particular story, and it does sound like there might have been some bad blood involved.
Mm.
Fallout between Konami and Kojima Productions.
Yeah, but we don't know who the
we don't
source is.
know. No, none of it's really confirmed. They have put out plenty of statements. So
Yeah, but that's in retaliation to a source, so you know.
yeah,
But it's easy for me to say, oh, well, if anyone says, oh, I'm leaving, if someone in a workplace you go, I'm quitting at the end of the year,
mm.
and it's easy for
Yeah,
rumours to start about, oh, apparently they had an argument. As
Yeah.
I said, you know, maybe he just wants to move on. He said he wanted it to be his last game. From if you don't know, this is sort of closing up the story.
Mm.
There is the gap between the games so far. So we're just going to play from 1984 to 2005 in their canon, preferably. But there might be room for other games, but I think Kojima is going to take this to the events of the first Metal Gear game. So it's going to close off the story. Any future games will not follow these characters.
Okay. Well, that sounds like a pretty good final word on the topic, to be honest.
Yep.
Because you know far more about that game series than I do.
Yep.
Where's our mod, damn it?
Yeah, I don't care.
Anyway, our first topic of the evening, I'll roll first. I was thinking, how much do reviews influence your purchases in gaming? Do they influence it at all? If they don't influence it at all, then why not?
I've got a good example to start with.
Yeah.
Mario Party 10, of course, came out today.
Yep.
I
Along with the new amiibo.
along with the new amiibo. I was thinking for a while, I might actually get this one. I might actually buy it, break it open, try it out.
Mm.
Then the reviews came out.
Yep.
I'm sitting here today with no Mario Party 10,
Yeah. Okay.
and I'm not going to buy it.
And you think that's because of the reviews, then, basically?
Pretty much, yeah. Although, despite that, however, I don't tend to. I try not to let reviews bother me. I mean, another example would be Pokemon Omega Sapphire and Ruby Red.
Alpha Sapphire and Omega.
What the
Omega Ruby. What on earth was that? Ruby Red.
It's been a long day. Yeah, so another version is those Pokemon games, which obviously had not a low score.
They reviewed fairly well.
They reviewed
I think IGN's was quite
fairly well,
controversial,
but
which is why I
yeah,
wanted to piss out.
IGN's was controversial.
Yeah.
Hashtag too much water. But that didn't bother me. Like
Yeah.
it didn't change my opinion of it. So I'm a bit of I like reading reviews. I don't try and take them. I take them with a
Yeah,
pinch of
take
salt.
them to heart necessarily.
Yeah.
I think what you were saying about Mario Party, obviously that's the 10th one, chronologically anyway.
Yeah.
What do you, do you think, did you play Mario Party 9?
Yeah.
Okay, so with Mario Party 10, did you like 9?
No.
Okay, so you think that maybe also has something to do with it?
Well, yeah. I mean, when they said that it had the same system in place as 9, which is basically where all 4 players are all on the same space and move along together.
That's ridiculous.
That's
I only really
stupid.
found out about that today. What on earth are they thinking?
It's ridiculous. It makes absolutely fuck all sense. But whatever. That's Mario Party 10. This is reviews we're on about.
Yeah.
Like, but yeah.
What about you then, Tom?
Well, the thing is that if there's a game I'm going to buy because I think, or I want a game, I will check a review. But if there's a game I've wanted for a long time, like that I'm hyped for, and it gets a bad review, I'm getting it because I've wanted that game for so long. Reviews aren't always spot on, are they?
That's true, and obviously their opinion. But are you not? If you've been very hyped for a game for a long time and it gets low reviews, you're not disappointed?
Yes.
I'm disappointed, yes, but I'm willing to give it a chance.
Yeah.
Always. But say I don't know, if I just walk into a shop looking for some pre-owned games to get because I'm bored, I might check the reviews to see if they're any good.
Yeah.
But if there's a game like Arkham Knight, for example, that's the next game the new release game I'm going to get. If that gets bad reviews, I'll still get it because I want to play it.
That's fair enough.
But say I had never played that series and I thought, oh, Arkham Knight's on the shelf, what's the review? And it had bad reviews, I'd probably not get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's the same with me in terms of if it's a series I've played before, but it might have a bad review. An example I can think of, well, I'm assuming an example I can think of would be Assassin's Creed Unity.
Mm.
Yeah, I still got the game anyway.
Yeah.
Even though it had shit reviews. But if there's a game I've never played before and I'm checking out the reviews to see what it's like, that might be the one where I think about it a little bit more.
Yeah. Well, I was going to say that it's quite a mixed bag with me because 2 of the more recent purchases I've made for my PS4, Knack and The Order 1886, if you go by reviews alone, I definitely wouldn't have bought either of those games. So basically, well, with Knack, and actually Knack and The Order, the reviews didn't stop me from buying the game, but they did alter the way I bought the game.
Yeah.
And I think the same goes for Assassin's Creed Unity as well. Because rather than get it, because I was going to get the game as soon as it came out, and then I didn't because of the reviews, and we waited, and then I think we made the right decision. So basically, I kind of feel like, and for me, because I like to kind of go into things with a bit of prior knowledge, but like buying games and stuff like that. And so I do like to know what the kind of the general consensus on them has been. I will tend to know what most major outlets have given the major games because I like reading reviews. I like seeing scores and stars and that sort of thing. I like seeing it bottled down to that. And I kind of feel like for a hype, because if you've been hyped for a game for a really long time, I want to see if that hype's paid off.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Because like if a game comes out, it's got say Smash Brothers. We were majorly hyped for that, and then IGN gave it 9.8, and you're sitting there like, yes. I mean, like you kind of knew it was going to do well.
Yeah, I mean, we sat there.
The reviews cement it.
I mean, we were sitting there, trying to guess what it'd get.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. And that's all kind of part of the review culture. I agree with you. If there was a game coming out that I wanted to get, I'd get it anyway, like The Order and things like that. Just because I don't think you should necessarily let a review have that much sway over your purchases, because otherwise you probably didn't really want the game anyway.
Yeah.
But I do think there is something novel about something being categorised with a single, like a number.
Yeah. I guess I use them to work out if I'm thinking about a game and I'm thinking maybe, and then I'll go look at the reviews, and that might be the thing that takes me and say, okay, yeah, these people are saying I need to get the game, I need to get the game and try it.
Yeah, exactly.
Rather than, but I guess it works the same way, If I'm not sure, go look at it and say no, it's crap, and then I won't get it.
Yeah.
I think that's the moment where reviews are really useful for me. I think when you're not sure about getting a game, but you might get one. I don't know.
But then, have you ever bought a game that's had great reviews and you've just felt, oh, this is terrible?
I'm not sure I can think of something off the top of my head.
Yeah.
I don't follow reviews enough and gaming scores enough to know that. Yeah.
Well, neither do I. I just thought you did. That's fine.
Really, you're more into looking at the reviews.
Oh yeah, I love
but then
reviews.
you also,
as soon as Bloodborne is now going to read every single one.
yeah, but you also do your own reviews as well. So it's like you're in that area.
Yeah, I am. You're right. I do kind of have to see like what other people do, just in terms of writing a review in the first place.
Yeah.
But I do think there's something, because I love video games, and this is the same for you guys as well.
Oh yeah.
Because I love video games, there is something about taking a game and breaking it down and looking at every single angle of that game and then forming a written review out of it. And I love doing that.
Yeah, I mean, we basically sit down when we're not here. We're basically sitting down talking about games anyway, and breaking them down and we're basically reviewing it to each other.
So a Sam 360, you think that basically a review should be they only kind of form 50% of your argument. I kind of agree with that. Like, I definitely reviews are not there to be like. Well, actually, some reviews are like, buy this game. Kotaku's reviews are basically boil down to, should you play this game, yes or no, and that is pretty much telling you outright what they think you should do.
Yeah.
But I think a lot of the time, reviews are just there to inform opinions. So I kind of then wanted to take this topic into a different direction, which is written reviews are kind of old-fashioned. Especially in an age where games can evolve.
Yeah.
So, like, say, I don't know, Battlefield 4, right? That game came out broken as hell. And, eventually they were able to... actually, Assassin's Creed Unity is a better example. The game came broken as hell, and now it's kind of fixed. So games can change these days. So, and I just wanted to get your opinion on something. Hello, Joe Mexican. How you doing? I wanted to get your opinion on something. Twitch. We're on Twitch right now.
Yes, we are.
I think today's age, more people are turning to things like Let's Plays and watching like their favourite YouTuber play a game before they make their decision, rather than written reviews. How do you guys feel about that? Are you more likely to buy a game if you're watching someone play it and you think, well, this looks pretty good? It's almost like a demo, except you don't get to play it. It's almost like an infinite source of trailers.
I don't think I'd do that though. I've really never done that before. But if I'm too lazy to read a review, I'll just check the rating.
Yeah.
Like 7 out of 10 or something.
That's the benefit of the rating system.
Yeah. But watching someone play for 10 minutes, you might not get the gist of 7 out of 10. So even just that one number is more helpful than sort of watching a playthrough. But I think sometimes playing a game can be a lot more fun than watching a game a lot of the time.
Yeah.
I'm surprised Twitch is so popular, to be honest.
Fair enough. You trust the platform we're on. That's fine.
Yeah.
No,
I think no. Yeah,
get what I mean.
I know what you mean. I know what you mean.
Okay.
I think. Right. No. I've got 2 examples of games that I've watched either previews of or watched just people play, and ended up either buying them or not buying them. They're both very recent. In terms of buying it, I'll start off with the positive. I watched the guys over at Kinda Funny. Yeah. Play Helldivers.
Yeah. I watched that as well.
Yeah. Looked amazing. I mean, you guys were saying get it. I ended up thinking, right, this game looks amazing. I am going to go get it.
Yeah.
And I bought it, and we're streaming it tonight.
Yeah.
In the negative side, I also watched them play The Order 1986. Watched it and thought, right, graphics are good, but it looks boring as hell. So I was just like, no, I don't want it.
Joe Mexican, we're currently basically just discussing how much reviews kind of inform your decision to buy a game or not. We're currently talking about like Twitch streamers and whether or not you watched it, because I do find myself, like, if I've exhausted reviews and I'm still not sure about buying this game, I don't want to make a mistake, so I will go and watch someone play it.
Yeah.
Because that's the best way of doing it, I think.
Oh,
That's
God,
watching the gameplay. However, I'm not one of these people who will sit and watch some random Twitch streamer play a game and then go, I want to buy that. They generally never makes me want to play a game.
There are a lot of YouTubers, like I won't name drop him but you probably know who I'm talking about, who plays a lot of indie scary games and sales increase.
Mm.
And
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
is that good? Maybe streaming is for games that don't get the spotlight. So
Maybe, but then I think the person you're talking about has massive influence anyway.
yeah.
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 But you know, I think because there's a lot of games that don't get covered in, like on gaming websites, but there's these small indie things or online games, free-to-play games that you'll go out and try because you've seen someone play it,
Yeah.
but because there wouldn't ever be a written review of it. So
Yeah. Okay.
I can get why some people would do that. I've just not really ever thought. Maybe I have done it just like subconsciously. Just I've never gone. I'm watching this to see if it's worth getting.
Okay. So Finn interestingly says that actually it depends on the streamers who are playing the game. So is that, Finn? Is that rather than the game itself? You're the only person. We're the only people on Twitch you watch. You're Mexican. That's pretty amazing. That's quite the honour. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yeah, I watch a few on YouTube as well. I will tend to seek out actually more often these days reviews on YouTube.
Yeah, I like reading written reviews, partly because it's all there in front of you, and you can go back over it and really go into depth of it, especially when they are going to put so much time and effort in writing this down. When people talk about it, I just feel like it's a bit. I feel like I can lose track sometimes with what they're saying.
Okay, yeah.
But they can go on tangents a lot, can't they? And having a written review, if you're reading something, you're reading something. But I think I'll admit this: if I'm watching a stream or watching a YouTube channel, I can be quite passive about it. So I might be doing something else whilst doing it. But you can't really be reading a review and do something else at the same time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But it just depends how you want to see reviews.
Yeah, I guess it entirely depends, on your personal preference at the time. And it does. It also depends on who's doing it. Like, are the people doing the videos interesting? Because sometimes if they're just boring, they're sitting on the monitor and just talking like this all the time, and you just feel like you don't want to listen anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, so final word then. How much do reviews affect your decision?
Very little.
Very little. What about you?
Half and half.
Yeah, it's more like that's
Yeah,
kind of the
half
same
and
for me
half.
actually. Yeah. Before we move on to the next topic, I just want to point out that you happen to be wearing a Mario shirt and I'm wearing a Bowser shirt. Our shirts must do battle at some
Shirts
point.
must do battle. They should do battle
On the
in
top of this
Tom's
thing,
camper van.
Surf Shack, is that?
Yeah.
Anyway, speaking of Tom, what's your topic?
Okay, I want to talk about cancelled games and games in development hell, because there's been so many games that have been shown off at E3s and other expos,
Yeah.
and then it's like, we've cancelled this.
Yeah.
And there's plenty that are still in development, like news over the last week, I think. Is it The Last Guardian?
Yeah.
That has been renewed. It's
Yeah, it's got a
Trademark.
Yeah.
It's trademark's been renewed 3 times now. Yeah, that is a game that I don't know if we'll ever see.
I know nothing about Last Guardian.
Just because there isn't much notes.
Like, is there literally nothing to know?
Developed by the same people who made Shadow of the Colossus on PS2, I think.
Right, okay.
from the footage we've seen, I think it looks impressive.
Yeah, it
but I don't
does.
really get what you're going to do in it.
I don't think I've even seen the footage. That's how little I'm aware of the name Last Guardian. That's about it, because it comes up every other month.
Yeah, all we really know about The Last Guardian is that the first trailer got shown off at E3 2009, and it was basically just some boy leading around some massive flying hippogriff thing. Then it never got shown again, I don't think, and Sony keep mentioning it and keep bringing it up. Then apparently development got completely changed, which makes everyone think it's no longer a PS3 game, it's a PS4 game. And that's about all we know.
Yeah. Another big one, Half-Life 3.
Yeah.
You know what? There's 3 of us.
That's not
Half-Life 3
necessarily...
confirmed.
Because was that game ever even confirmed to even be in development?
Well, no,
I
but
think so.
but they've
Well,
not.
I put it, so I can't say categorically, but as far as I'm aware, no.
But because Half-Life 2 ends on it doesn't tie up everything, people assume there's going to be a 3. But maybe they're just not doing it. Maybe they're just like, whatever, you know.
Can I just mention what Cool Cat said?
Yeah.
Cool Cat just said, "See, you should all jump at the same time and hit chest and win. So long as not to fall down. So we should just jump and hit each other in the chest."
I think we know that Bowser would win.
Yeah. I don't know. I'd probably squat. No, never mind. Anyway.
Bowser's already clawed half of Mario's skin off.
Yeah, it's kind of feeling a bit empty.
Jamexican, I'm afraid I don't play Final Fantasy. But I know a lot of people are happy about Type 0. But I don't know, you don't really play it either, do you?
I don't really know what it...
I've started a couple of the games.
Yeah, so that's what
I've got 13 or something like that. And that's about it.
I know there's a film, and there's this big red
Adventures.
ghost that goes through this thing, and then the hair was brilliant on one person, and that's all I know.
What?
It's about the film Final Fantasy that they did. Or it might be a different thing, I may have fucked up royally.
Yeah, I've no idea what you're on about.
But, yeah, I don't really know what it's about.
Anyway.
Back onto the topic, Tom. What's your point?
Well,
what other cancelled game? Because there was Star Wars 1313.
Yeah,
that was the one I was going to mention.
Yeah.
That had a lot of potential.
And there was also a Star Wars kind of game model on Call of Duty.
Oh, the Darth Maul.
Was that?
No, there was the it's like the Darth Maul Arkham Asylum style game that got cancelled when Lucasfilm got sold to Disney. But
apparently Clayton's watching.
Hello, Clayton.
Clayton. Which one's he?
I don't think he's in the chat.
Oh.
Which one's he? Our friend.
Yeah, I know who he is. Yeah, yeah well,
1, 2, 3.
Another. But I'm just thinking, like, I don't see why games get cancelled, because I don't think it's not difficult to make a game when you've got a team of thousands of people making it.
No, barely any team has thousands of people making it.
Thousands is.
Then why do the credits
big.
last so long on every fucking game?
Yeah, there's lots of different roles.
Yeah, many.
Lots of people fill different roles though.
Yeah.
But games get cancelled because a number of reasons. It gets financially out of control. The game is just not going anywhere. People leave the game.
But if you've already spent, like, say, 20 million developing a game, to cancel it's bad because you've
of course,
of course it is.
So why going to lose money?
Isn't it worth just investing another 10 million
sometimes
to get it
it's
done?
just
What if it sells nothing though?
Sometimes it's just not working. But sometimes
it's
people believing
just
it
not
enough,
working,
and it just
Yeah.
like Last Guardian. Clearly, they either believe in it enough to keep redoing their what's it called?
Just keep developing.
Keep
the
going.
trademark. Yeah.
Trademark, yeah. Or they just don't want anyone else to try and steal
Yeah.
that small pocket of idea that they've shown off to people.
Yeah. There's another game there's two I've noticed recently. One is a game called Gotham by Gaslight, and it's basically Arkham. It was before Arkham Asylum came out, I think.
Right.
But it was it's alternate Batman set in like it's Gotham, but it's like Victorian era 1800s.
Right.
And that looked promising, but it just got cancelled for some reason. Another one is I think it may have been cancelled, but it could just be in development hell. It's a game called Agent, which is being made by Rockstar.
Okay.
I think it was 2007 they announced it.
I don't remember.
But I only discovered it the other day.
Blimey,
Basically it was GTA Cold War thing, basically. I think people said they expected it to be LA Noire meets GTA. And they showed off some footage and they showed off some stills, but 2007 was a long time ago. But they renewed the trademark last year in 2014. Yeah. So does that mean it's happening still? We don't know.
That's a good topic, the Battle Guards. We'll get onto that once we finish this one. But I think some games can go through some crazy development hell and still come out the other side. Although I can't really think of many in recent years. Some games do take years to come out.
There's something floating around in my mind that did have a development, a change in who was leading the project.
Uncharted 4.
Was it Uncharted 4?
Yeah,
No, that's actually come out.
Oh, okay.
There is something, and it's quite a big change, but I can't remember what it was. So, I don't know.
So what's kind of your question then? Do you think Why are games delayed? Is that
Yeah.
what you're asking?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because sometimes it just don't work.
Yeah, people leave, they get bugs, all these sort of things. They're just gonna delay.
Well,
delay
would
the
you say
game.
the main thing is because money runs out? Because obviously you want to
Can do.
If they use up their resources, they're
Yeah.
like, we're fucked.
Yeah.
That's it.
I mean, there's many things that can happen in the development of a game that just don't go to plan. Deadlines aren't met, or
Yeah, exactly.
little things like that, and to the big things like they run out of money.
Yeah. But like delaying a game is fine, but sort of and going through more development. But cancelling a game outright is just because there's like I think they say Star Wars 1313. I would have played that.
I would have played
have so played that.
Didn't 1313 get cancelled when Disney bought Star Wars?
Yeah.
That is true.
So
yeah.
that's possibly just because they were like, let's get rid of all these crappy,
Yeah.
well, not necessarily
But
crappy,
it
but
looked
these old,
promising.
yeah, it did.
Well, they got rid of
All the
LucasArts
all these
games,
old
or whatever it is.
licenses.
Which sucked.
Have we really, just off on a quick tangent, other than obviously Battlefront, have we really seen any Star Wars games since Disney took over?
That's a good point.
I don't think we have.
I don't think we have. No.
Yeah, see, I think they're going to take the Star Wars license a bit more seriously as far as games are
Yeah,
concerned.
yeah. I love Star Wars
Battlefront's
games.
going to look incredible.
Some of the Star Wars games are some of the best games I've ever played. So, some of.
That's an impressive toucan.
That's a cool toucan. That's cool.
The toucan has arrived.
The toucan has arrived. Yeah.
That is awesome.
There was
Is
a
he
question.
the
There was a
same?
question earlier. Yeah, there was a question earlier, guys, which was, what do you think to ESO's
that old odds, yeah.
changing from subscriptions but still charging around £50?
Yeah, well, basically, I think what we can ask is, what do you... Because we were all interested in the Elder Scrolls Online
Yeah.
before, and that's
Awesome.
a game that reviews said this is not very good.
I was in the beta.
Yeah, you were. How was it?
I loved it. I really liked it. I really like the beta. It's just still wasn't worth my money. There's only one game. No, I'd say two. I'd say there's only two MMOs that I would actually subscribe to nowadays.
World of Warcraft.
World of Warcraft. The other one's not obscure one because loads of people still play it.
StarCraft,
No.
Old Republic? Oh, no, you don't
No.
pay for that, do you?
Galaxy.
You don't have to pay for that. You can do. Galaxies isn't live anymore.
Isn't it? Oh.
Can the
Okay.
views know? No. Shall I just say?
Right, I've got one more guess.
Yeah, go
That
on.
other, what's it called?
Just to pay for Hearthstone?
Deep.
Oh, it's not a MMO,
No,
no,
it's not.
is it?
What's it called? That Diablo?
No.
Do you guys in the comments have any idea what Matt's other MMO is? You say it's paid. It's paid, and it's...
There's a
Going.
free version, but the majority of it is paid. Pretty much 90% of it is paid.
Have you got on your shelf?
Oh,
Is it
no, it's not.
Marvel?
No, it's not.
Go on, just tell us.
It's RuneScape.
Oh, jeez.
You still play that?
Yeah, every now and then.
Jesus.
I love RuneScape. So
Same
good.
haircut, cool.
We do have similar haircuts.
I'm getting my haircut tomorrow.
Oh yeah,
so-
we do.
Yeah, I need a better haircut. So badly.
Yeah, same. But yeah, anyway.
Anyway, back to ESO. We were
ESO.
talking about ESO. We were.
Yeah, subscription.
Yeah. So you liked the.
I liked it. Yep,
beta.
I liked it, but yeah, like I said, it didn't.
Well, it was monstrously expensive. It was like what, £15
ridiculous.
a
Yeah.
month. So how do you feel about going back to the game now? They've taken the subscription away, Tom, you as well. And I believe with Tamriel Unlimited, which is the name of the console version, they're bringing around a lot of changes.
I would play it. I would play it. I would probably pick it up and play it.
I kind of feel like I would as well.
It would make me play. It would let me. It's more. Bear in mind, we don't have enough. We don't have an awful lot of money and can't afford necessarily doing these subscription things over and over again. So we need just to be able to just buy a game
Yeah.
and be able to play it. So I'd rather buy a game and just be able to play, but spend slightly more on a MMO, like 50, 60 quid. I'd happily
Yeah.
spend 60 quid on an MMO.
Yeah.
Like if World of Warcraft turned around now and say, right, you got to pay 60 quid up front,
Yeah.
but you get all of this,
I tell you,
70 quid. I'd be down for that.
I remember when Guild Wars 2 came out,
Man,
everyone thought it was a revolution of no longer needing subscriptions.
You know what? I still love that game. I haven't gone back to it, but I still loved that game.
Guild Wars 2.
Yeah.
You know there's expansion coming out, don't you?
Yeah, no. Don't tell me that. I don't need to play an MMO game. Like,
yeah.
I saw someone. Well, they guessed. I think they were guessing Club Penguin, but was that a
Club Penguin.
Was that a subscription game? Was it?
I don't know.
What the hell's Club Penguin?
Club Penguin was the crappy thing that kids used to play when we were like 15.
When people our age started playing RuneScape, they were playing Club Penguin.
Yeah, basically.
I guess. But I don't. I'm just aware of it. I don't really know about them. Pandas. What's that about?
The Battle Guards would not play ESO. Why wouldn't you play ESO? Even though it's basically free now, apart from obviously paying for the actual base game.
Which is better, yeah.
But the idea of having the whole of Tamriel is pretty neat.
Yeah, but I think because there's going to be no real story there. It's because MMOs are just sort of about the online, the interactive with other players. Like, there's only so much you can do.
Yeah.
I know there's a whole world, but I prefer a game with a linear plot and a goal, something to achieve, rather than clear out this cave with your mates, or there's some people attacking you, go get revenge because they killed you. So I will get it now, but yeah, I wouldn't have dared buy it when there was a monthly fee. It's just a waste.
No.
If they want that, because World of Warcraft has done it, haven't they?
Yes. World of Warcraft.
Yeah.
You still pay for World of Warcraft.
Yeah, but that's people love that and it's popular and it's good. And I think that Elder Scrolls Online sort of hoped they'd be as popular as World of Warcraft, but clearly they weren't going to be.
Yeah.
There was a lot of optimism there that didn't pay off.
I do think World of Warcraft is amazing. It's like a thing of its own.
Yeah.
Although I've never been like, this game is taking my life.
I've never actually played.
Really.
Yeah.
I see. I've always found with Warcraft, like, the world is just stunning. Like every time I play that game again, I'm like, this is incredible. It still blows me away.
It kind of looks better than it ever has done.
Yeah.
Like, honestly,
it still
really
blows
does.
me away that whole world is just like there. Like, there's barely any loading in that game, unless like obviously you take one of the fucking blimps or something, or Zeppelin or something like that. But I mean, like, literally just walking around.
Either.
Yeah, that's not that bad. But even like walking around, and then there's like the flying. Man, that's so cool. But
that's awesome.
World of Warcraft has never ever really, like, I've never been addicted. I can always just turn it off because I actually kind of find it kind of boring.
I've had my moments. It gets better when you start, you're in a guild, you've got people that you actually start talking to and you actually start, getting to know.
Yeah.
That's the side of things that actually, if you start playing, you actually really have a good time.
Raids and that sort of
thing.
So
I've had a friend that I used to work with, and we played a lot together in the end. And I joined his guild, and he knew all of them, and he introduced me to them. It was great. That's what kept me going for us. A year later, granted, I'm not playing it at the moment.
Yeah.
But that's because I'm too busy. That's because I won't let myself play it, because otherwise I will just play it for ages, and that'll be the only game I play as well, which at the moment I feel like I don't want to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, alright, cool. So Matt, what's your topic of the night?
So my topic tonight is a little more personal to us as a group of friends and 8-Brit Gamers. My topic is...
Very quickly.
Yes.
You saying 8-Brit Gamers just reminded me. Do you want to tell them about the new page on the website?
Why not? Right, guys. I am, as some of you might know, he's looking at your comments. He's got all the chat on his phone. Anyway, I am the website designer. But on the 8-Brit Gaming website, you can find a page called the 8-Brit Gamers. The 8-Brit Gamers are you guys that follow us and are loyal to us and come every single time to watch one of these videos that we do.
Yeah, the 8-Brit Gamers make us what we are.
They're awesome. But what we've got, I'm gonna attempt to do the internet, and of course it picked up
one of those.
It picked up the wrong one again. It picked up the wrong one again. I'm gonna fix this, but while I fix this, what we've got is a...
Cool Cat. I believe WoW has one more expansion before they finish them forever. I don't actually remember though.
Have they said they're finishing?
Well, I can't actually remember, to be honest. I think everyone kind of believed they only had one though.
There we go. Right. What we've got...
What's the SC expansion, Valgars? Am I being stupid? What's SC? StarCraft, is that?
StarCraft must be. So, on our website, we've got an 8-Brit Gamers page. And this is where I want to create a massive collage of your guys' pictures and just create pages and pages of you guys and pictures of you guys. So, if you want your picture on our website...
Yeah, it is StarCraft.
Send us a picture and we'll add you to the page.
Yeah, and the actual website itself has had a nice little overhaul.
Yeah, so I've spent a long time working on it. So it currently looks awesome. But yeah.
Does look good. But anyway, yeah.
What I was saying is my topic is how has gaming affected us in our lives?
Right.
And then got us to this point where we're now sitting in my bedroom talking to 12 people.
So basically, we haven't got very far
about games.
We've only
No.
started this.
But in terms of like, I mean, you know, we're early 20s. In the last 10 years or so, how has games, you know, brought us to this point?
Good topic. Yeah.
And so, I'll start off and give you just a example of what I'm really talking about. So I remember I've always played games, as you both know. I've been playing games ever since a little kid.
Yeah.
You know, my mum had an original Game Boy and I used to play that all the time. But it was only really until I'd say actually early sixth form was the time when I turned around and started to get really into the nitty gritty of gaming, in terms of like all the production and all of that sort of things as well.
There was a period when you were like considering game design.
There's been many periods when I've been considering game design. I can still consider game design at this juncture.
Yeah.
Game design is a thing that I've always wanted to do, and I hopefully at some point might do.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
So, like, you know.
I was going with that. Yeah.
What games have you kind of? What have been your turning points, and what's been your, let's say, gaming story up until now? Then.
Yeah. So I mean, the first game I played was Super Mario Land on the Game Boy. But the first game that I really fell in love with, and that was the thing that started, was Pokemon Blue. And I mean, for years I was just really playing Pokemon games. You know, console games every now and then. I had a lot of various consoles over the years, but it was really Pokemon that was my main game that I always played for years. And yeah, it wasn't until I met you, actually, or we became closer friends in sixth form, which was a time when you basically said, get an Xbox 360. So, you know,
I convinced
you say leap,
4 people to get
you say leap,
360.
and I leap.
Yeah.
And I got an Xbox 360, and we played stuff. I mean, we played so much, mainly Gears of War. And that was the time when I started playing games a lot more and it's just over the last 5-6 years, it's just grown into I'm playing games all the time. My spare time is gaming.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah.
Well, at the moment, my spare time is doing the website, but you know.
You are a web designer. That's a really good topic, actually. My gaming is literally one of the biggest things in my life, and it basically always has been. I started pretty much with my favourite ever game, which is still my favourite game, which is Mario 64. I'm pretty certain that wasn't necessarily the first game I ever played, but it's pretty much the earliest memory I've got of actually like, this is fucking amazing. And I remember having the N64 and the Game Boy, having Pokemon Blue like you did.
Yeah.
Getting the link cable out.
God, that link cable.
Making sure I got Gengar and Alakazam. But no, it was mainly the N64 for me, which was really like, wow, this is incredible. Like Lilac Wars, Mario, Smash Brothers, Mario Kart 64, Mario Party 1, 2, 3, all those kind of things. And obviously to start with, it's just a hobby.
Yeah, of course.
Back when I was that age, it's just a hobby. Did all that, got a GameCube. No, got a PS1. That introduced me to the likes of Spyro and Crash and Rayman. That was incredible.
God.
Then I obviously got a GameCube and a PS2. And I remember, I actually remember some of this so vividly. So vividly. I remember getting, it must have been the original Nintendo official magazine, I think. And seeing in the magazine the preview for Luigi's Mansion. And just thinking, these graphics are incredible. Because obviously we've only played the N64 at this point, and everything was still jagged. Like they couldn't do rounded edges on the N64. They just couldn't do it. And they couldn't really do it on. They could do it a bit better on PS1, but not really.
Yeah, they were starting to get there.
But like I saw these things for the GameCube, and like Luigi had like a rounded nose and rounded hands, and he had separate fingers, and I was just like, this is incredible. And I remember playing the GameCube, and it was just amazing. Thinking back now, Luigi's Mansion 1 was basically just a tech demo.
God, yeah.
But that was incredible. And obviously then you get Mario Sunshine and Smash Brothers. The GameCube was fucking incredible.
Yeah, the GameCube was a big part for me as well. That was my first home console that I actually owned personally.
Oh, really?
I had many in the house, but they were mainly my dad's, which I played on. But yeah, the GameCube was my personal one. That's when I started to play all these big games like Mario Sunshine. Pikmin was one of them.
Mario Kart.
Yeah. Melee,
Wind
all
Waker.
these sort of things. Wind Waker, thank you.
Yeah, and then obviously got PS2, and then there was loads of games on there, and then it kind of really sort of began to change, I feel, with the Xbox 360, which I got in 2007. I got a Wii before that, and I remember being super hyped for that as well. But I got the Xbox 360, played a fuck ton of Gears of War, and a fair bit of Halo and stuff like that. I played so many games on the 360, it wasn't healthy. But I played, we all played, apart from Tom Roach, we all played so much Gears of War 2 during sixth form. We played so much Gears of War 2.
God, we did.
And it was kind of from here that I was like, I really love gaming, so much. And I was kind of starting to feel like, maybe this could be a hobby. And you always kind of dream when you're in sixth form. Oh man, I'd love to be a games tester or this sort of crap.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But so when we finally start getting towards the end of the 360's life, and I'm back on PS3 and whatever, and the new consoles are about to come out, and obviously during all this time we've also had Game Boy Advance,
exactly.
DS, PSP comes and goes basically, and now I'm here with the PS4 and the Wii U, and eventually an Xbox One, and I'm thinking gaming could be a job.
Yeah.
I could get into this.
God, yeah.
I could eat. I'm pretty much kind of in the industry anyway because I do reviews and stuff like that on the very outskirts.
Yeah.
But I want to be further in. I want to be properly doing this gaming journalism stuff like that, and it's now become more than a hobby for me. It's actually something I want to do.
Yeah.
And that's serious. It's no longer a schoolboy dream.
No, of course not.
And I think it's become more viable than ever as gaming has suddenly exploded in the last few years, basically thanks to Call of Duty. I hate to admit it. FIFA. But obviously now Twitch is here.
Yeah.
And it's incredibly viable to make a living off YouTube and Twitch and this sort of thing. And so now that it's funny that gaming has become more a part of my life the bigger gaming has gotten. And I pretty much see it only going from here. I do see myself working in this industry.
Yeah.
That's just kind of what I foresee happening. That's pretty much where I am today.
Yeah.
Is that just this ridiculous hobby that's been here my entire life is now probably going to be the rest
future.
of my life, I think.
Yeah, definitely.
And I'll tell you something funny. And this is not so much my gaming story, but it's more. I want to just point something out very quickly. Don't you think it's weird? Obviously, our grandparents, they don't really know games.
Yeah. Yeah, no.
But I don't ever see us being like that. I don't ever see us being like that.
No, I can't imagine thinking, what is this new fangled thing you're playing with?
I'm the same.
What are you doing?
Because I always imagine I'll keep up
What's
with
that thing that's going around, sort of thing? I don't imagine ever being like that at all.
Yeah.
Well, so what's your story?
You're like that now, aren't you?
Yeah.
A bit. Yeah. Okay, my story probably start. I had a Sega something. Mega Drive, whatever.
Mega Drive Genesis. That's a mistake.
I don't remember actually playing it, but I remember it breaking.
Well,
And
that's a good start.
then I moved
Oh,
on
that's
to
so many
the
consoles, break.
PlayStation 1. We got 2 games. We got Lego Rock Raiders
Jeez.
and 98, I think,
Any idea?
and Crash Team Racing.
Good game.
Crash Team
And
Racing, yeah.
really fond memory I
That was
had
big
was
fun.
on New Year's Eve 1999. Was spent the evening. So I was only like 7 or 8. I don't know how old I'd have been. 7.
Don't know.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, so
I played Crash Team Racing on New Year's Eve, and it was just incredible. And I thought, oh
that
my
game
god,
was so good.
yeah. And then probably moving on
Crash Team
was
Racing is incredible, yeah.
Crash Bandicoot 2, because I played 1 around a friend's house. But then 2 Crash Bandicoot 2 really sort of made the game better. Because first of all, you could use the analog sticks rather than arrows. And a lot of people have said they use the arrows anyway, but I
Yeah.
never liked using the arrows. So the analog sticks were great.
So yeah, speaking of that very quickly, the first time I ever used an analog stick was Croc 1.
Like, same with me.
And because the DualShock
We've spoken
never
about this
used to
many
have
times.
one. In fact, it wasn't even called a DualShock back
Yeah.
then, I can't remember what it was called.
Yeah.
But it was only the DualShock when it got Rumble. And I remember the first boss on Croc 1 is designed to use the analog stick.
Yeah.
Because you have to run around the bird thing that's
Yeah.
trying to catch you.
Yeah.
And I remember, it's so funny. I remember it so well. I remember using the
Avast
direction
virus
pad.
database has been updated.
Apologies, ignore that.
Well, yeah, and I remember getting this game, this controller, and using the analog stick. And Croc would imagine the battlefield was a circle because it was.
Yeah.
And I remember using it. And Croc would just go wildly out, and you running around the side. And I was like, this will never take on. No one's going to use this crap.
Yeah.
This doesn't work. And obviously, how wrong I was.
But when I was very young, I was like, okay, why have we got 2 analog sticks? Because I thought, I've got one to move, what's this one for? Because I never played shooters or games like that when I was 7.
Yeah.
I was like, why the hell is this here? But moving on to the next thing would be, I actually got the original Xbox, which was 2001, I think. And I got Halo Combat Evolved. And I remember, because it looked kind of real compared to what we'd seen before.
Halo Combat Evolved had amazing graphics back then.
And you see their lips move, and you're like, whoa, you can see their lips moving. And you look at it now, and you're like,
Yeah.
Jesus. But that was another Halo Combat Evolved. Then I think I got a PS2 after that, I think. I may have got it before, I can't remember. But then...
Well, you've got quite an interesting gaming story. In that you were pretty much out of the loop for the whole of the 7th generation, which was the Xbox 360 and the PS3, in that you just never went online.
Yeah.
And the whole point of Xbox Live, the whole point of the Xbox was to go online.
Yeah.
And that's mad to me. What was that like?
Well, I just liked the games anyway, it didn't matter.
You must have missed out on so much, though.
Yeah, I have, but I'm
You're
living
making
for it now.
Yeah.
It does strike me odd. I know there are options for people not to play online, and I just think, in this day and age, who's doing that? I mean, it's fair enough if people are, but I can't ever imagine myself doing it.
Yeah. Well, I don't do it anymore.
Yeah, no, I know you don't anymore. You still don't like online.
I don't mind online.
I'm
Play
joking, I'm
Evolve
joking.
online.
We need to play some more online soon.
We do.
Yeah.
I was just thinking, it's sorry to just cut into your story again, but I was just thinking, we were saying a minute ago how you were saying, well, what did you say? Just 10 seconds ago, you said something about how you don't see there's any options for people to play it on their own anymore. That seems more and more. That's happening
like
more
in
and more
yeah.
now. With things like Destiny,
Yeah.
and that's where consoles are going. You have to be online to play the game.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. I mean, but internet is getting faster. Every day the internet's going faster. Trying to do this stream would have been a nightmare 5 years ago.
Would it have been possible? To
Yeah,
stream
with
and play games at the same time.
with very fast internet. But I mean, it's becoming more of a reasonable thing to be able to afford to do, sort of thing. If you know what I mean. So being able to play games, big MMO
it's
type
crazy.
things, is so much easier nowadays, just because it's easier to access.
You are right, Cool Cat, in that a lot of Xbox Live was young kids yelling. Parties kind of got rid of that. I remember that a bit.
Yeah, parties were the best thing that
Parties
ever
were
happened.
bloody Millsy boy. Hello. Parties were revolutionary. Yeah, Kristen, that's depressing. I kind of would like to believe that won't happen to us for a little while. Because, I mean, we are already starting to get to that point now where, Matt's almost about to get into his career.
Yeah.
Tom's...
In his career.
In his career, yeah. Tom's in his career already.
I'm in a career, once I'm in...
Yeah, we're not doing bad, Nilsy boy. What about yourself? Thanks for joining us. Anyway, Tom, please continue your story.
So then so I got the 360, and then I got a PS3 after that, because there was a war in school. Although I didn't go online, it was like, oh, you're not cool if you don't have a PS3, or oh, you're so lame for playing PS3.
We weren't cool anyway,
well.
so...
Yeah.
I was super cool.
No, you really were.
I was like...
You were less cool than we were.
I was like how was I?
Oh, I'm sure you
I was
were.
like the Fonz.
No, you weren't. You really fucking weren't.
Fuck you. Oh... No, let's not talk about the dark days. No, but after getting the 360, and then I had a Wii as well, actually. Never really played the Wii too much, which was
the Wii was really good actually for a time.
Yeah, it was good
I remember.
for age.
See, that's another thing I remember so well. I remember getting. I remember the panic people had that they weren't going to get a Wii at launch, which was December 6th, 2006 in this country. And I remember I managed to get one because DS Lite was amazing. I remember being able to get one, setting up Wii Sports Tennis, and being like, "This is revolutionary."
Oh my
then
God,
playing
yeah.
Red Steel and being like,
Red Steel.
either this shit is broken as fuck or I'm just rubbish at it.
I completed Red Steel.
Yeah, so did I. I played Red Steel a number of times.
I liked
thought it was
Red
really
Steel.
good. Yeah, I thought it was really good. But it started
It was
with
so
like,
broken.
Yeah, it started and I was like, this doesn't work. But nothing could really compare to the hype of smashing swords with this dude.
That was awesome.
Yeah, that was cool.
It was such a tech demo, and
Yeah,
you knew
well-
it was
a broken tech
basically. Yeah, but it was meant to be a tech demo.
Yeah, it was.
But yeah, that was a good game. It was a broken game, but it was a good game.
We've got
Creepy
plenty of
as
Wii
fuck.
Sports hype. I actually loved Wii Sports for what it was worth. I thought Wii Sports was so revolutionary.
Wii Sports and Wii Party, I loved for about an hour or two.
I can understand
And
Wii
then
Party. You only like Wii Sports for about an hour.
Yeah, and then I wanted to break
Wii
it in
Sports
half.
was awesome.
But that's the thing. Wii Sports. Yeah, fine. Wii Sports was the better one.
Chris, in that a lot of Wii Sports was just kind of thrashing around, but I thought it had some gems. Like baseball was good.
Baseball
Bowling
was pretty
always
cool.
funny.
Well, actually,
Bowling was the best one.
Bowling was
just
bowling
going
was the
back
best one.
to before the Wii. Do you remember iToy on the PlayStation 2?
Yeah.
Yep.
That was, I think that
When I'm
revolutionized.
cleaning
iToy was
windows.
quite revolutionary. That's basically what PlayStation camera, PlayStation cameras now.
But I just loved when the ninja things they'd run across the screen.
Yeah,
I loved that.
Fucking window washing.
I was always the window washing.
And I liked doing the chef one, and the chef was really creepy.
I don't really remember.
And
a
he'd
lot of
grate
iToy,
cheese
to be honest.
really weirdly.
All I remember was the one where you can. It was like I'll just put up any scene and you can like pop bubbles and stuff, or
Yeah.
wave magical effects and stuff like that. And I remember the cleaning windows. That's the only two I remember.
iToy
So they're
leads
awesome.
us into a topic that I think we should save for the next podcast, which is virtual reality.
Yeah,
That
we can
is-
talk about
obviously
that
that's coming in big
next
time,
week.
so we'll do that another time. But Super Furry Animal, I am not the person to talk to about Minecraft. However, these two are.
Yep.
You guys, is Minecraft revolutionary?
Right. I think this is something I can definitely talk about.
Oh, Minecraft one. Yeah.
So
That's
what
what
was
I'm
said?
getting
What was said? Minecraft has been great for kids and us older kids. Virtual Lego, yep, definitely. It's been great for my son, who is used for school projects, getting him engaged with school and work he usually would have no interest in. So, basically, the first thing to say is I'm a student teacher. I was going to do my assignment on using Minecraft to get students to design. I'm a design and technology teacher, so I was really into trying to get them to use games to design. We actually, when we were in school, some people used Sims to do their restaurant. I remember this vividly.
Really?
Yeah, someone
Jesus.
used Sims, to design their restaurant that we made in sixth form.
Yeah.
Oh
Christ, I remember that.
And I just think Minecraft can be used really. It could be amazing. There's so many things you can do with it. you can create worlds that people can go walk around in and explore. There's a one full of history characters, people from history, where the students can walk around and like talk to them, interact with them, and do stuff, see places. That's just built in Minecraft, which is amazing.
I think that would again tie in well with virtual reality.
Yeah,
which is another great topic. But Super Furry Animal, let us know kind of how your son's particular school uses Minecraft. Because that'd be very interesting, actually.
I'd definitely like to know.
Matt would love to know that, because that literally is the sort of thing he tried to get implemented.
Which didn't work, but you know. Second Life is another one, which is good for the teaching. Well, that's a little bit harder in terms of structure, because it's more of an adult platform. I'm not going to say game, because it's not a game, but it's a social platform.
Which one? What's that? Second Life. Yeah. But I think that's pretty much us done.
Yeah, I would say what I actually wanted to go on from there, we got a little bit sidetracked, was what do you think is next for us in terms of 8-Brit?
In terms of 8-Brit?
In terms of 8-Brit.
What's
So, I mean,
end?
we're now at the point where I'm not thinking about an end at all.
No, but end game. You know, what do we want?
Well, in terms of 8-Brit, all we can really say is, all I think we can really say is, I hope all the 8-Brit gamers out there continue to support us.
Yeah, definitely.
I hope we continue to get more 8-Brit gamers. And pretty much, I think all we're looking for at the moment is aggressive expansion.
Yeah. I mean, we want to get bigger. I would love for this to become our life.
Yeah, 8-Brit's awesome. I really hope you guys like what we do here at 8-Brit Gaming as well.
We all put so much work into this. I mean, I've poured hours.
This operation is small.
I've poured hours staring at this website, literally moving one box around pixel by pixel, just trying to get it in the exactly right position. That's how anal about this I am.
I mean, I just want to keep going, keep trying, keep getting bigger. It's gonna be slow, but hopefully it'll be good.
Yeah, maybe not Gary's mod, but yeah,
not Gary's mod.
Actually, just going back quickly to where I've ended up at the moment, because I talked about console, but I've only just bought the Wii U and the PS4 in the last. I got the Wii U 5 months ago, and I got the PS4 3.5 months ago. And I'm loving it. I've been open to online gaming now. I'm a bit late to the party, but I'm at the party now and I'm having a great time.
Hello, Joe J.
So,
hi.
I think, and streaming is something I'm interested in now. I've not done a stream on my own yet.
No, you've not done a solo stream.
No, you need to do a solo stream.
Yeah.
I'm going to solo stream a lot. Next weekend we're going to be playing Bloodborne. I'm going to be sucking at it, so you can come and laugh and we get my ass kicked. But you need to do a stream on your own at some point.
Yeah. I'll think of what to play.
You'll light up characters what you made them. Someone's been paying attention to my my Twitter. Yes, when I make them eventually, I will work out what I'm going to do with them. I will make them though. I do want to make them
for Matt's amiibo army.
Yes, it's going to look awesome. Yeah.
I think that's. You guys ain't got anything else to say? I think that's pretty much it for the 8-Bit Game Chat.
I think we should take a few questions and talk to these guys.
Yeah, I mean, if you guys have any questions for us,
see what they want to say. But
I think we're planning on streaming some Helldivers after this.
Yeah, we're going to do some Helldivers. We're going to play some Helldivers. I want to see what your guys, while we're on stream, I want to see what your guys' opinions of maybe doing a 24-hour stream when the holidays come up. Well, you don't want to.
Well, I work 40 hours a week, so...
There's some bloody effort in, man.
And I don't get a holiday. I'm not a teacher, so I don't get...
Just take a day off. Like, take the Friday off or the Monday off.
We'll see. Yeah. So I want to do a 24-hour stream.
Yeah, we could do.
Yeah. I feel like I want to do... How about a nice picture of you as Superphone? Who the fuck are you?
Yeah. How on earth did you know?
Was that on Twitter?
Oh, in fairness, they could have just searched.
Yeah, Battle Guards. We can have you on the 24-hour stream. Battle Guards is Clayton, in case you guys haven't worked it out yet.
Alright. How's the PhD?
Oh, right, fair enough. You'll fly over and do it. Yeah, no, I'd love to do a 24-hour stream. Basically, that's in the. I'm putting that in the pipeline.
Yeah,
and
I'm not sure when.
I'm putting that in the pipeline for Easter.
I think what would be cool if we get our other 8BritGameChat Gaming member Jared on as well, because he'll be here over
Yeah,
Easter. And
yeah.
if Clayton comes down and wants to do it as well, and we get 5 people, that'd be super awesome.
Yeah, but that's what I'm looking at as the next big thing.
Okay.
Just so you guys.
Well, maybe if we can hit 100 followers by then, we could do that as a celebration.
Yeah.
We could.
That's still, what, 3 weeks away from now?
3 weeks away, yeah. And in fairness, we've been going for what?
We haven't
It's
even been going 3
20
weeks yet.
20
Oh,
days.
yes, we have. Just about, yeah.
We've been going 20 days and we've got 51. I mean, we could have had more, but I've not been paying attention to my emails.
And I
Go.
I say a lot of profound things a lot.
Yeah.
So imagine what I'm going to say in 24 hours.
I don't know if I'll last.
Christ. Yeah.
That's fine.
So that's a reason to check it out when it goes live.
Yeah.
Especially I'm going to be tired and miserable. What am I going to say?
Very true, Tom. Very true.
That's what we worry about slightly.
But I think
Yeah.
that's pretty much it then for the 3rd episode of 8BritGameChat.
Sounds good.
I hope you've enjoyed watching us. We've enjoyed having you, certainly. Join us next time. We're going to be playing some Helldivers pretty much straight after this, so don't really go anywhere.
We'll be back.
Yeah, we'll be back for some Helldivers Mania. But as always, I am your host, Tom Powter, with me, Tom Roach, and Matt Stevens, and we are 8Brit Gaming. You're the 8Brit Gamers, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
See you later, everyone.